Today I've got two copies of Conan 241, this McFarlane front cover here. And, you know, who couldn't love this cover, right? This is going to look, excuse me, this is going to look great on a wall. And actually, you know, my brother's an old Conan fan. He's into that kind of stuff, comics and collectibles and things like that. So I'm going to surprise him. Once these are slabbed, I'm going to give him one of them so he can put on his game room wall or whatever. So one is going to be a gift, one I'm going to keep. I'll probably keep the newsstand one for myself. You know, grade, I don't think these are 9.8, so I'm not really worried about that. I think what I'm going to do is I'll grade the newsstand for this one. I think I kind of already graded both, but I think I had this one in, 9.2 now, 9.4 after press. You know, it's a beautiful comic. It presents extremely well. It's sharp, you know. It's got some flaws that are going to keep it from getting that high grade. So we think this could still be a 9.4 after press, so we'll roll with that. So I'm going to focus on doing this one for this video. Okay, so it took me a while to find this book. I've been looking for this book for months. And I finally found a couple copies, and I was happy that one of them, you know, I'm looking for higher grade stuff. So I was amazed that I found this newsstand that is in this good a shape. It still has kind of that waviness, you know, you see from, you know, when it's right after press. So whoever owned this book took really good care of it. And this is a hard book to find. I don't know why. It's a hard book for me to find in a high grade. And this is a beautiful book. I mean, it's got a little bit of yellowing up here. It could get off white to white, but it could still get white pages. But it came out in 91, so it's pretty rare to find a newsstand copy of this. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to look at the corners. I already know these corners are probably super sharp. I'm not seeing any issues there. They're bent over slightly. So that'll definitely, I believe, press it back to perfect. And we do have a little slight ding on this edge up here. That might clean up a little bit, but definitely there's a little tiny, you can see it right there. And I would call that minor. I wouldn't call that negligible, so it's definitely going to take us down. I mean, I think based on just that, we're probably at 9.6 territory already. But the other edges look good. It's a very nice book, but yeah, we'll have to keep that ding in mind. So let's take a look at the spine here. It's got a slight little tiny roll like it was stacked on top of other books at some point, and that will press out. It's definitely something to take. It's probably getting us in 9.4 range right now. And there's a little indentation right here. I don't see any color break, so that'll press, most likely. You know, there's a little bend here at the top too. I can kind of see in the light up here. That part will press. As far as the top goes, top and bottom, I mean, of the spine looks pretty good. Man, my eyes are not good. I might have to start wearing my my reading glasses for this. I think that might be dinged right there. Let me look at my other copy here. Yeah, this is some color break. This has been dinged before. There's some color break there. That's moderate. So right now I think we're a 9.4 cap just based on that and that. Okay. If everything else is pretty good. So let's take a look at the spine. Now this spine is exceptional except for that tiny little roll. In fact, I am not seeing much at all. It's a shame this is up here because I think this could be a 9.6 or even 8 if it wasn't for these two little things right here. Yeah, that's a shame because this spine is like flawless. I mean, you never see spines like this on a newsstand. It's probably why this guy was selling this book. Because, you know, 9.8 except for that and that, he's probably like, oh, well, might as well sell it raw because it's not worth CGCing because of that. You know, some people don't CGC unless they're getting a potential 9.8, which is fine. But I'm happy with 9.0s. 9.0s look great on a wall and you can get a good value on them. So I like high grade, but it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Still a beautiful book. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in the center as well, you know, except for what we talked about earlier. So I'm sitting at 9.4 right now, capped. And probably like 9.2 before press. But let's go ahead and flip this book over. All right. Yeah, you can really see it here on the back. Right there. That could be, I don't think that's bindery. I think that's just somebody's hit this at some point. I don't have any delusions of that being only bindery. The corner looks good here. Both corners are good. And the edge, getting it in the light here. There's a little handling bend here with no color break. Yeah, there's some handling wear along the edges here, but very minor. And definitely that is, you can see it here for sure. I don't know if it's picking it up, but you can see where that's been whapped. Somebody might have dropped this book on this corner. I'm sure that was a sad day if it was a collector. I mean, it happens to all of us, right? It could slide out of my hand right now and hit this wall over here, and I would not be happy. Crap happens, right? Okay, so it looks good here on the back. There's some handling wear. I'm probably sitting at 9.0, cap 9.4 as of right now. I think we could get away possibly with white pages on this, but I wouldn't be surprised. To be a little bit worse, maybe off-white to white, but I'd be happy with that. I'd be ecstatic to get this in a 9.0, 9.2 newsstand. Off-white pages to white. That would be, I'd be perfectly happy with that. Newsstands are hard to get. So, not seeing anything on the inside to worry us here yet. There's a little slight, maybe not. Actually, that's just waviness right there, which I don't think counts too much against you. And you can see it on the inside too. It's just, when they printed this, I mean, it's just, pretty sure that's just what that is. You see this waviness in newer looking books. This book's definitely probably been read. Oh, you know what? I just got ahead of myself. I just opened this page here and it popped. And it's still stuck together right there. I'm not going to mess with this. This book has not been read. All right, so yeah, I think what we're sitting here with is a 9.0, 9.4 potential. And it's just a shame that this is up here because I think it would be 9.6, 9.8 potential otherwise. But still a beautiful book, still certainly worth slabbing because that thing is going to look like a 9.8 on the wall. That thing is going to look like amazing inside a slab. So, perfect. Okay. Well, that's it for this one. We'll roll with that. The other one, I think 9.2, 9.4. This one, 9.0, 9.4. But, you know, this could take us to an 8.5. I wouldn't be amazed if it was 8.5. But I'm perfectly happy with 8.5, 9.0. But I really think this is going to get at least 9.0. And so I'm happy either way. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.